Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nisha Kumari, Assistant Professor in the Department of Home Science, Patna Women's College. Today, I will be discussing about the principles of growth and development. At the end of the lecture, you will learn about concept of growth and development, difference between growth and development, and principles of growth and development with examples. Now, what is growth? Growth refers to quantitative changes in an organism. It includes changes in terms of height, weight, body proportions, and general physical appearance. Due to growth, the different parts of the baby's physique grow as well as the brain also grows. Consequently, the capacity of the baby to perceive, learn, remember, think, and reason also grow. Next is development. Development refers to the qualitative changes in the organism as a whole. Development is a continuous process through which physical, emotional, and intellectual changes occur. It helps the individual in proceeding towards maturation. Because of development, specific and significant changes and progresses are observed in the human personality. Now, let's talk about the differences between growth and development. These two terms are used interchangeably to mean the same thing, but in reality, they are quite different. Growth refers to physiological changes, whereas development refers to overall changes in the individual. Growth does not continue throughout life, whereas development continues throughout life. Growth stops after maturation, but development is progressive. Growth occurs due to the multiplication of cells, while development occurs due to both maturation and interaction with the environment. Growth is cellular, but development is organizational. Growth is one of the part of developmental process, whereas development is a wider and comprehensive term. Growth may or may not bring development, but development is possible without growth. These are the various principles of growth and development which I will be discussing in the coming slides. First principle is development involves changes. From moment of conception till death, development takes place which involve changes. Growth refers to quantitative change, while development refers to qualitative change. Each stage of development shows change from the previous stage. Change in height, weight, and internal organs takes place. Mental changes like change in perceptual capacity, learning, thinking, reasoning, and creative ability takes place. Next one is development is similar to all. Every normal baby grows through a similar process of development from one stage to the next stage. For example, the baby creeps, crawls, sits and stands before he starts walking. Before he starts speaking words, he babbles. He draws a circle before he could draw a square accurately. Even if there is individual difference in the rate of development, there is no deviation in the general principles of growth and development. Let's talk about another principle of development, that is, development is continuous. From the moment of conception till death, development proceeds in a continuous manner. In certain stages, some parts of the body grow quickly, while other parts grow slowly, but it never stops. It is observed that due to illness, some children do not grow as per the general norms of development, but after recovery, they improve and reach the expected standard of growth by compensating the deficiency. Next is development proceeds from general to specific. Initially, every activity is gross and generalized. Specific activity emerges from general activity. For example, During the prenatal period, the embryo moves the whole body instead of moving any specific organ of his body. Another example is when baby starts playing with different types of toys, he perceives all the toys in one category and says toy. But afterwards, he gives specific names to specific toys like motor car, aeroplane, elephant, tiger, etc. Another principle is growth is predictable. The stage at which the child can reach maturity in development can be predicted at an early age, as the rate of development for each child is constant. For example, development is very rapid from 3 to 6 years. Certain behaviors of the child which we say are problematic are actually normal in that stage of the child. Temper tantrums, insecurity feeling, quarrel, and asocial behaviors of a particular stage are generally not found in the subsequent stage. Next is development follows two sequences. First is cephalocaudal sequence and second is proximodistal sequence. Cephalocaudal sequence means that development spreads over the body from head to foot. According to this trend, the head of the embryo develops first and then his neck, then trunk and then leg develop. Whereas proximodistal sequence explain the development from central parts of the body towards peripheries or extremities. According to this law, first chest, then arm, then palm and then fingers develop. Next principle of development is most of the characteristics of development are correlated. There exists positive correlation between physical and mental development. Usually, a healthy and normal child has good mental health. On the contrary, a below average intelligent child is slow not only in physical growth but also show inferiorities in mental and social development. However, further researches in the area indicate that a short person may also be intelligent, keeping other factors constant. Most of the characteristics of development influence each other and hence correlated. For example, language development depends upon the development of speech organs. Writing skills depend upon the growth of finger muscles. Another one is each developmental phase has traits and characteristics. At each age, some traits may develop more rapidly than others. For example, up to the age of 2 years, the baby concentrates on investigating his environment, gaining control over his body, and learning to speak. Next is development proceeds stage by stage. The entire periods of human development from conception to adolescence are divided into following stages. They are prenatal period from conception to birth, neonate from birth to 2 weeks, infant from 2 weeks to 2 years, early childhood from 2 years to 6 years, late childhood from 6 years to 11 years and adolescence from 11 years to 19 years. Every human organism normally passes through these stages of development. Specific steps should be taken to train the child at a particular stage as per its requirement so that the best growth of that stage can be achieved. With this, I come to an end of my session. I hope students you find this lecture useful to you. Thank you.